My work for Second Story Collective began with Carol's displacement, actually, in 2015, when Carol's family was illegally evicted. I was directing Writer's Room at the time. That was the first story that we created together, and this became the second, our housing project. We all can contribute, and we all can benefit. It creates a pathway to homeownership for families. It allows our elders to age in community, and it creates new opportunities and futures for our young people. NSF Civic Innovation, the Placekeeping Project, has been hugely important. It's been a transformative year for us. It's really meant an incredible amount of support for this model, and an endorsement, really, to say that this model can be replicated, can be scaled, and can have national impact.
What's so exciting is the fact that our research is art-centered and multimodal, really focusing on this audacious concept of intergenerational co-housing as an anti-displacement and aging in place strategy. So just in terms of what's happening with placekeeping, we are busy keeping place. And so what that really looks like is us meeting multiple times a week. We have our research team, we have our community researchers who are currently out having interviews after having hosted 4 focus groups, kind of these community dialogues over the course of the year. We've hosted 2 Sunday socials, and so those opportunities have been ways in which we believe we are disseminating our work in non-traditional ways. Our team has been really active with experts in the field who have really been giving us great instruction around the legality and the economic implications and all of the things that we really need to consider.
The role of the arts in this project is the glue. We realized that there were issues in our community that we wanted to solve together, and that actually we were better solving together.
From my vantage point, I saw a lot of students moving in closer, and neighborhood people. I always wondered, well, where do they go? And then I found out, because I had to go somewhere myself. I had to scuffle. The edge has shifted. It's been visible. There are people who be comfortable with just wiping others that they perceive as not having what they have, just wiping them out of the equation altogether.
If you're not at the table, you're on the menu. Our motto is plan or be planned for. I think it's time for us to have that courageous conversation. Just not about talking about the problem, but coming up with a solution. We need to work together. We need to work together even more.
Community voice is centered in everything we do, and they are the ones imagining a new and shared future.
We have a senior housing crisis, and there is a really profound crisis of loneliness in this community. And to marry these components together to try to address those issues, I think, is innovative and creative and also transformational.
We know that the 18 homes will be the last things built, right? But there's been so much more that's been happening this year on the development side.
So we're finishing up 32 LIHTC units, and then this fall we're going to hopefully break ground on the rest of the project, the grocery store, ambulatory medical center, and 112 units of housing, and the Word building. And then we're going to do these 18 units, these 2 triplexes and 16 duplexes. We can do this. We can create a return for our investors, but we can also do something that's transformationally positive.
So, yes, this is a pilot. It's the first of its kind. I think it's bigger than what we even imagine. I think we're on to something.
I think the future of this work is so promising. We're looking at generational wealth, a response to systemic racism in housing and community development. So I think that the future and the places and spaces where we and our team will be in conversation is limitless.
It is a decade-long project so far, and it should be decades continuing. That takes sustained funding, but the possible outcomes are enormous.
A theme that sort of goes through everything we do organizationally, creating wealth in underserved community to really fulfill that mission and that legacy that we've been so fortunate to be gifted.
This feels like a legacy piece for you and your family, but I definitely something that I have learned this year is like, this feels like a legacy piece for me and for all of us. We believe in it, and we believe that this is something that we all can contribute to for the benefit of all.